Civility is
good table manners.
Civility means
To take small mouthfuls.
Civility is
To help when asked.
Civility is just
How to use a spoon in eating soup easily, without noise.
Civility is an important concept that impacts everyone in society.
Something that you have to learn over time, something that people teach you.
Best practice I'd say it would be with experience, just being around other people, knowing how to talk to people.
Persons of opposite sex address the woman first. Now, how about persons of the same sex?
It's necessary to talk about civility because civility encompasses so many different things related to human relations. Something as simple as saying thank you or holding the door open.
Instead of charging on ahead.
It's a much bigger concept.
Abiding by the golden rule.
The impact of technology.
in class. Personally, I do not text.
a lot of kids just, you know, they interrupt, they talk, they'll play with their phones, they'll distract everyone else that's around them. Yes, I text the entire class.
No, I don't text or go on the internet in class.
If a teacher catches you, it's kind of like one of those awkward respect things.
All right, class, stop typing, please.
Sometimes, if you get into a very contentious issue in a classroom, students actually will not participate in the discussion, even though they have strong opinions, because they're afraid of offending other people.
The classroom is this curious space which is not open to just anyone. So you actually have to be recognized by the institution to be part of that.
I believe the classroom's a public space. Just because the sense that you're around a lot of people and you don't act the same way you would by yourself in a private area.
I think professors want the classroom to be a public space, but I think students end up making, feeling that it's more of a private space.
The classroom is a private space.
I just have an overwhelming feeling that I'm in public while in class.
If you're going to come there and watch a movie, why would you come at all?
The last few minutes of class when the students are closing up their books and their laptops and whatever to indicate that class is over.
They're telling the professor when they want to end class as opposed to the other way around.
It's kind of disrespectful. And of course the professors feel the same way too, I'm sure.
In my classes, I may say, stop, I'm not finished yet. There's still a few more things I want to go over. But at the same time, I'll also say, I promise you I will finish before the end of the class. If I do not, you have my permission to just stand up and walk out. It's the same thing that any of us have if you're on the bus or a train and someone pulls out a cell phone, has a very loud conversation for everybody to hear.
There's no point for you to be talking on the phone while I'm trying to have a nice peaceful bus ride to my class. No one really cares about what you had for lunch or dinner. Some people are just rude.
We come here to hand out pamphlets so people can know what we're into and stuff. We come across different people. Some people, are interested. Some people just ignore us. I'm expecting that, so when I come, I'm not disappointed. I just really care for those who actually do receive it.
We encounter a lot of behaviors here. We have a lot of people coming from different places, all the students. Some of them are rude, some of them are polite. They come over here hungry, very hungry. With the munchies.
I cut younger people some slack. I mean, when you're young, you have so many prejudices. That's part of growing up. You have to unshed them. But people my age, if you're that way, I'm sorry for you. Really. I can't work with you. Not only can I not work with you, I won't work with you. Because there's too many people out here I can work with.
The United Black Council serves as a liaison between the black organizations on campus and Rutgers administration. First, civility plays a role because we have to work well with one another before we can effectively do anything for our community. And we also need civility in our dealings with the community so that we can solve the problems that are facing us.
I'm the president for the Rutgers University Student Assembly. In my dealings with the administration, I have to be careful now, what I do and what I say. I want to be their friend so I could get stuff done, but I also want to do what's right for the student body. At what point do I stop being their friends and tell them this is what the student body wants?
I'm president of the Interfraternity Council here at Rutgers University. We have over 50 chapters on campus, over half of which are culturally based. There is a stigma that exists about fraternity men and sorority women, that they're just here to party, have something to do on the weekends, when in fact in last year alone we did over 30,000 hours of community service. We have one event in particular, Dance Marathon. Last year they raised $378,000.
As an RA living in the dorms with Rutgers students, I find that the most civil way to resolve roommate conflicts comes in me sharing my personal experiences. As soon as the issue is out, then communication can happen, and then the mediation happens without me really being involved.
I'm an American Jew.
And I'm an Arab Muslim. We're Rutgers Shalom Salam, and we aim to bridge the gap between Jews and Arabs on campus and elsewhere.
There's discussions on campus, interfaith dialogues, this and that dialogues, and it's just people talking about how they're different. Through community service, we want to get them acting. We'll work together to make our community a better place, and in doing so, we'll learn more about each other's culture and each other as people.
The Center for Social Justice is here to support lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender students and their allies. We do education and programming for the broader community around issues of sexuality, gender identity, and gender expression. We help folks to speak to each other with the intent of being heard and listen to each other with the intent of hearing, and really have honest dialogues around real issues.
We're going to be using Rutgers for the next couple of years as a kind of a laboratory.
Project Civility isn't an end product, it's the beginning of what we hope to be something much bigger.